What's going on, guys? Welcome back to Elite Dangerous. Today we're going to be covering something a little bit more complex than just going out and shooting people. We're going over the basics of engineers, how they work, and how you can make the most of them. But Scab, what's an engineer? I've never heard of it. Let me show you. If you go over to your right panel, under the home screen, you can go up here, you can select engineers. Under here, if you've opened it before, it won't show up, but if this is your first time opening it, a big help page is going to come up. If you want to see the help page again, go down to the very bottom, click engineering help. We're going to go through this together. Engineers are the most sought after technicians in the galaxy. Their ability to craft and modify ship modules is unrivaled. If you satisfy a locked engineer's initial requirements, they will invite you to their workshop. Invitations. Once you receive an invitation, you will need to travel to their workshop, bring them a donation. This will grant grade 1 workshop access and allow basic modifications to be crafted for your ship's modules. Modifications. Modifications allow you to customize your modules, increasing their attributes in countless arrangements. The best modifications guarantee superb results, while the weakest offer balanced improvements. And then, of course, is workshop access. Workshop access ranges from grade 1 to grade 5 and governs the quality of modifications available to you. You can improve your workshop access by building trust with the engineer. For most engineers, this means upgrading your ship's modules with available modifications. Scab, what does that mean? So I'm not a guy that likes to min-max, right? That's the idea of making the absolute best build based off of statistics and trying to increase your stats just to the brink. I don't care too much about that. I just care about having a good time, and when I see a good deal, I'm gonna accept it. So let's first take a second and talk about Felicity Farseer. We're gonna be showing you how engineers work using Felicity. There are a few engineers you have access to work towards from the very beginning. However, she is, in my opinion, the most important and what you should work for first. All these engineers have specific activities that you have to complete to gain access to them. For example, let's go to the log. You learned about Felicity Farseer from public data sources. There's like, what, 3 or 4 that you know about just from public knowledge, but you still have to do the activities to unlock them. And then it says you gain access to Felicity Farseer because your Pilots Federation exploration rank is Scout or higher. Getting your exploration rank, not that hard to get up to Scout. All you need to do really is, as you fly from system to system, pull out your FSS scanner and scan just some planets and sell that data. And as you do that, or do missions that have the blue little Pilots Federation icon, those will get you exploration rank. So as soon as you reach Scout in the exploration, in the Pilots Federation, then she will then tell you, all right, you need to fulfill your initial contract providing me a unit of meta-alloys. All right, if you're going to be locating meta-alloys, just for lore's sake, meta-alloys is a commodity produced by Thargoid barnacles. They're used by the Thargoids to construct their ships and other technologies. You could, if you wanted to, go locate one of these barnacles. Just type in meta-alloys, type in Thargoid barnacles, Elite Dangerous. I'm not going to show you that kind of stuff today, but if you want to just go buy a meta-alloy, you're going to have to go ahead and head over to Darnielle's Progress. It's over in the system of Maya. From where I am, it's a sizable distance. It's 383 light years, so it's going to be quite a few jumps over there. However, spend the time, go pick up a unit of meta-alloy, get over to Felicity Farseer. Once you've gained access to one of these engineers, you can actually go over to your galaxy map, and in your bookmarks, you're going to be given automatically this little purple symbol here is an engineer. If you zoom out, you're going to see there's a few more engineers throughout space. And there's one boy over there. I don't even know who that is. I don't even want to deal with that, but that is super far away. So if you're having problems finding Felicity Farseer, just click on Felicity Farseer and plot a route. Okay, simple as that. I don't know how you say this. Desiat? I like to call it Decate. It just sounds cool. Anyway, this is what system she's in. She's on a planetary landing thing. That's another important thing. If you don't have Elite Dangerous Horizons, you do not have access to any of these engineers because the engineers are always on planetary bodies. To show you guys what Felicity Farseer is capable of in actual engineering, I'm going to do a little bit of engineering myself. I have in my possession a Cobra Mark III. This is a ship that many people are going to have, if not everyone, at one point during their progression in the early stages of the game. It's got a size 4 grade A frameshift drive, and as it is, it's got like a 22 light year jump, and that's pretty decent for an unengineered ship. So our goal is to go ahead and take this 4A frameshift drive go engineer it. But there's a couple other things at Felicity that are going to make your life a little bit easier. You have your ship, you have your resources, you know where she is, and you have your modules that you want to engineer. Let's go ahead and head over to Kate, go hang out with Felicity Farseer. And she's a little bit out of the way, but that's kind of on purpose. The engineers, she's 10 jumps away. Even with a 20 light year jump, it's going to be 10 jumps. Do not forget a fuel scoop to make your life a little bit easier. It's an optional internal. Fuel scoops are great. You get next to the star, and if it's one of those scoopable stars, you will start gathering resources to then make fuel out of it. It does it automatically when you get close. All right, so we just dropped it into Decate. Again, I don't care if I'm saying it wrong. That's how I say it. You go over to your navigation panel. You're gonna go look through here. If you haven't scanned the system, maybe give it a scan. That way you'll see what's going on here. You're gonna look for this little engineer symbol. Okay, you're gonna select that bad boy. You're gonna see that it's on Decate 6A. Okay, you head on over there. You land on the planet. You'll request access at the station like any other location. You'll see that it's a little different than the others, and then we'll do some engineering. But while we're going over there, it's time for shameless plug. I spend most of my time over on my Twitch channel, twitch.tv/Skabbard. On the Skabbard live show, we do what we want. Sometimes we play Elite Dangerous, sometimes we play other games. The whole point is we're there to enjoy ourselves. I'm so grateful that you're hanging out, watching the videos. But come hang out with us, come yell at me, come ask questions, and join the community Discord. The link's down in the description if you want to join us. A lot of good people there, a lot of knowledgeable Elite Dangerous players, people that are willing to help. And you might see me post a meme and yell at one of you for no reason, because why not? It's a lot of fun. Come hang out with some like-minded people. We are now at Farseer Inc., Farseer Incorporated. Starport Services. Okay, then you're going to notice on the right side there's an engineer's workshop. You see Felicity Farseer here. You're going to go into the engineer's workshop. Here you're going to see all the things that she can work on. She can work on surface scanners, engines, shield boosters, frame shift drives, power plants, and sensors. There are up to 5 engineering icons that you can receive. That is how far you can engineer each of those items at this specific engineer. So she can only engineer surface scanners, engines, and sensors up to grade 3 engineering, while she can only do power plants and shield boosters to rank 1, but she can do frame shift drives all the way up to rank 5. That's the main reason you're here. You're going to notice on the right side of the screen right here, it shows grade 5 access. I have grade 5 access because I've purchased many modifications through her to where I now have access all the way to grade 5. All that means is that I have access to the highest, latest, and greatest modifications. So once you select the FSD frame shift drive, the module that you're going to be engineering is going to show up. You're going to select it. You're going to see that it has none. It has no engineering done to it. You're going to select it. Then you have a bunch of options, okay? Faster boot sequence, okay? You may want that. Increased range is what we're actually going to be going for, and then you can get a shielded one. It's a stronger. Basically, honestly, when it comes to the frame shift drive, this is the only one you're going to want, is the increased frame shift drive range. In the middle, you're going to see what happens when you actually do the modification. You're going to see that it's going to increase the power draw a little bit. It's going to increase the mass of it. It's going to lower the integrity of it, but it's going to increase what's called your optimized mass. It basically just increases how far you can jump. So as you see, if you were to go all the way down to rank 5, currently it's at 525 in the orange text up top, but if you were to go max rank, you would increase your jump range by 55%. Basically, I'm at 21. I'll increase my jump range to 30. The next thing you're going to see is that there is a cost to every one of these modifications. Okay, if you want to take a look at what it actually is and how to locate it because you don't have any, you go over here, you select it, it's going to say, oh, atypical disrupted wake echoes. This is captured from high energy wakes with a wake scanner. You can see what grade it is. This little icon right here, there's only one nub in it. It's only a grade 1, and it goes up to grade 5. So basically there's 1, 2, 3, 4, or 5. And as you get farther and farther up, the costs either change or get harder or more expensive, quote unquote, with how rare the things are. As you can see, the highest rank requires a grade 5 data mined wake exceptions. But we can't even do those until we start doing the lower ones. you have to increase. Let me just show you. Let's just generate this modification here. We're going to use some atypical disrupted wake echoes. It's going to tell you this is going to improve the overall performance of your module. However, if any attributes are listed in red, they will give a negative effect which you proceed. Basically, it's just like, hey, by the way, in case you missed it, this is going to increase this but lower this. It's a balancing game. You can't get something for nothing, right? So you're choosing to have it take more power but to give you a much bigger boost. So we're going to generate. Okay, not all the time does it fill up that bar completely, but sometimes it will. And if it fills it up enough, you're going to unlock this little grade 2. And as you see, it's going to continue to do the exact same thing. It's going to increase how far you can jump, but it's going to decrease or increase if it's going to give negative effects to certain things, the integrity, the mass, and the power draw. We're just going to keep doing this. Okay, there we go. You see that it didn't unlock the grade 3 yet because we still need to do a little bit more on grade 2. And you'll see that the grade 2 took the atypical disrupted wake echoes, but it also took chemical processors. Those are something that's gathered from hauling vessels. But if you just go over and select whatever it is that you're looking for or need, or you're curious where it came from. If you look at chemical processors, it says components found in ships frequently used by haulage vessels. So if you're missing this specific material, as you're out and about, maybe doing bounty hunting, maybe you're farming for this kind of stuff specifically, as you kill ships, you'll notice that there's a bunch of gray little bloop things that pop up on your radar. Go to your contacts, look at them, and see what kind of material they are, and if it's what you're looking for, go pick it up. You just open your cargo scoop, go grab it like you would anything else. But honestly, the idea is the same. If you're missing something, go over here, look at what it is, look where to find it. And if you really don't know how to find something, go over to Google, look it up. And later on, I'm actually going to be doing another video based on how they have changed some of the material gathering to make it a little bit more intuitive and less just like, less of a wandering around aimlessly and being bored. It gives you more direction when you're looking for a specific material. But we're just going to keep generating this, getting it bigger, better, faster, jump. Okay, and as soon as the next grade is up, I'm going to go look at it. Even though we're not completely good here, we can just jump to the next one because I don't want to waste those resources if I don't have to. As you see, things are getting a little bit more intense. We've got a grade 2 manganese, a grade 3 chemical distillery, and a grade 4 eccentric hyperspace trajectories, okay? Again, if you're missing it, just look it up. Okay, we're going to keep going. And as you see, it gets it requires a little bit more every single time. It's not going to fill it up all the way like it did in the grade 1. So you're going to need more than just one of these. You're going to need multiple of these resources as you come to the engineers. There's nothing more annoying than when you get to an engineer and you don't have enough of the specific material to get it done, okay? We're now on grade 5. We're going to upgrade this all the way. You're going to notice that I only have 6 chemical manipulators and 6 data mined wake exceptions. I only have enough to do 6 upgrades. It may not upgrade it all the way. However, it's going to have upgraded enough to where our jump range is going to be way farther, and our jump back to Paris is going to be much, much easier than the 10 that we did to get here. So let's do these very last modifications. So with just 3, we've almost maxed it out. Then you have to decide, okay, these are rare materials. I have multiple ships. Maybe I want to upgrade multiple ships, but I don't want to go farm more materials. I'm almost there. I have less than 10 tons of optimized mass that I need to become maxed out. And it's only going to give me maybe half a light year, maybe more. You have to gauge, do I want to keep using these to max this out? Because it's probably going to take all the rest of these 3 to max this out. In my situation, I'd say, nah, I'm good. It's almost maxed out, and it's been pretty cheap. It only cost 3 to get me most of the way here. I'm just going to back out. The second reason that you're going to want to come to Felicity Farseer is for this grade 1 power plant upgrade. For my situation, I'm always running low. I always put too many guns or too many shield boosters on my ships, and they have a large amount of power draw. Okay, what I would want to do is go to this overcharged power plant. Okay, what that does is it increases how much power my power plant puts out, and yes, it lowers the heat efficiency and lowers the integrity quite a bit, and it shows you the percentages of how they do that. However, I'm going to get 12% more, almost 2 full megawatts out of it for doing this overcharged power plant. We're going to generate this module. It only takes sulfur. I have a lot of that. Bam. It increases just with 1 sulfur, which is a very easy thing to find. It increased it almost the whole amount. I'm going to do it one more time because sulfur is easy to find. Increasing your power capacity is going to allow you to use more power intense modules, and in my situation allow me to have more fun. And even though it's only a grade 1 modification, it still gives you just that little extra push to be able to add that one more gun, that one more shield booster, that one more scanner. So that's the theory behind engineering. Honestly, with that theory, and as you look at the other engineers and as you try to unlock them, it'll all kind of make sense. Now, one last thing, the thing that may be the most important thing. If you see on this screen at the very bottom, you're going to see this pin blueprint button. Recently, they've added in the ability to pin a specific blueprint from each engineer. So if you go to pin blueprint, what this is going to do is add this little pin right here. And if you go over to your inventory and go down to your materials, you're going to notice that this little thing shows up on the right side. I can't show you that with the mouse, but on the right side of the cadmium, there's a little flag, or all these ones. So these are all materials that come from your pinned blueprint. So if you need to go farm some more, you'll say, oh, look, I'm out. I need to go get that. Oh, how do I get it? You selected it, then shows you, where to get it in the location. But what pinning the blueprint means, not only do you not have to memorize what you need to do certain upgrades, but it also allows you to do mobile workshopping. At other stations, some of them you can do some mobile workshopping, but you can only mobile workshop the modules that you have pinned. For example, the only modification I'm going to be able to do from Felicity Farseer at a mobile location at my home system is the frameshift drive booster. I did that because that's the one that's the most important. And if I really need to come out here and engineer some shield boosters or my thrusters, I'm just going to fly out here with my now fully upgraded frameshift drive before I even get over here. It saves you time, it saves you effort, and it's a beautiful thing. And if you go over and look at your other engineers, the theory is still the same, okay? The Dweller. You learned about the Dweller through common knowledge. You gain access to the Dweller because you dealt with at least 5 black markets. Okay, you have to do a little bit of black market trading. You fulfilled your initial contract by paying 500,000 credits. Okay, this guy's not so bad, but it requires you to kind of fly around a little bit. He does power distributors, pulse lasers. He does some other laser work as well. So so for combat, he's really important. He's a really good one as well. Todd the Blaster. Okay, you'll see I'm only at grade 4 with him. I need to go do some more work with him, but he does multi-cannons, fragmentation cannons, and a couple other things. They don't tell you everything they do, but this is what he's the best at. Okay, and then they all have their own requirements. All you have to do is just read about them, look them up, and if you have any issues with locating materials that they need, or maybe for Felicity Farseer, you want to go get meta alloys the normal way and not spend 100,000 credits to buy it to then bring it over. Just Google search Elite Dangerous meta alloys, or just look up the engineers, and there will be guides all over the internet, text guides of how to unlock certain things, how to do all these things. The purpose of this tutorial, this video, this experience was to hopefully give you the tools necessary to at least get you started. As long as you understand the theory, you can figure everything else out to deal with engineers. Engineering, for me, was just like, I was like, I don't even want to mess with it. It seems complex, and it is at the very first. However, once you get into it, once you kind of understand the basics, it all makes sense. And this isn't all of the engineers. If you look on the wiki, there's a whole bunch that you've never even seen before because you haven't learned about them. And the wiki will help you locate specific engineers if that's what you're looking for. Once you unlock engineers, it adds yet one more thing that you have to then go spend time doing, gathering materials and experience within Elite Dangerous that you wouldn't have done previously if you didn't know about it. So thank you all so much for watching. Hopefully there's a little bit of knowledge that you've gleaned from this video. If there's anything else you would like to add because you're much more intelligent and knowledgeable of the engineering process than I am, please throw in the comments below so that all of us can learn together. Come hang out with me on Twitch, twitch.tv/Skabbard. We have a great time over there. Chaos usually just kind of takes over. We're there just to have a good time. If you liked this video, throw a like down. It helps out a lot. If you didn't, a dislike. And subscribe if you want to see more. But until next time, guys, we'll see you later.